all I can have today is clear liquids because I am going to be having a sigmoidoscopy tomorrow, which is a procedure where they insert, for the most part, it's like a colonoscopy, but for me, because I have two strictures, adhesions, and two surgical sites prior in my intestines, doing coffee. Oh, I made a mess. For me, this will be my third procedure of these that I've had, and he did my second one, and it was extremely complicated. It took a lot longer than typical. Colonoscopies typically take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. Obviously, if there's complications or things like that, it can take a little bit longer. But for me, I was in there for like 3 hours. He had to use a pediatric scope in order to put the scope in through those strictures or adhesions. And then what they do is they balloon those areas to expand the strictures and provide some relief. And like I said, this will be my third one. And the reason for that is to avoid, not avoid, because I'm going to have surgery again, but this is to give me some relief as they plan this potential. I keep saying potential. It's going to happen. It has to happen. I can't keep living my life the way that I am, and there's only so many procedures that they can perform or of these types, right, before it gets extremely dangerous. It's already dangerous as it is. So we will go in there tomorrow and we will see, once they do the scope, what the determination is and what they were able to do. They may not be able to balloon the area because it may be too risky for the adhesions, the thinning of those particular parts of my intestines could be thinned out so much that if they do balloon it, it could cause a rupture, which obviously that is not what we want because that would be an emergency situation. We'll see. So today is the day before the procedure, and I have to drink this lovely laxative thing. I'll show you here in a second. Let me finish my coffee making first. This fun guy is what I've got to drink today, starting at 4 p.m. Actually, it's not as big as I thought. There's two solutions. So I'm to drink one starting at 4 tonight, and then the other one 3 hours before my procedure tomorrow. It is currently 10 o'clock in the morning because I woke up, I think I woke up at 8:30. What was the reason for getting up today? It's Sunday for me today, and there's absolutely no reason for me to have gotten up early because obviously I can't eat, I can't make breakfast, I have no idea. I did buy some easy things to potentially have my son like feed himself because it's hard to be around food when you can't have any. I don't know. I hadn't had anything to drink yet. I should drink water. I don't know. I'm so I so avoid water when I can't eat anything. I don't know. It's so weird. Oh wait, I wonder if I could have electrolytes. If I could have Gatorade, I totally could. I have those little packets. Oh, what are they called? What are these? Instant hydration. So these guys, oh dang, it is cherry. I mean, it's not colored. I can't have anything colored. So anyway, I am going to sit outside and drink my coffee and figure out what it is that I'm going to do today. So anyway, I do have a handful of things that I'm going to do today. I'm clearly not going to work out because um, I have a procedure tomorrow. So I'm just going to lay low. I'm going to go to church. And so I will fix the bed, get ready for church, and then come back and do the rest of the things. I don't know. I'm going to drink my coffee and figure it all out. It is now 2:51. I am making some more coffee and I am cleaning the kitchen. So, where I left you off this morning was I was going to sit down and enjoy my coffee and think about all the things that I was going to do today um, before heading out to church and all that stuff. Well, I didn't make it to church. As I was recording, I got that message as per usual on my phone saying that my storage was maxed out, whatever the word is, or their exact verbiage. So I spent the past, I would say, 2 hours um, trying to delete stuff. And then, really, what started it, I had purchased this, what is it called? The portable SSD. And it is 2 terabytes. That's huge, right? And so I attempted to load my data from my phone to this SanDisk external drive so that I can later then delete everything and not have to go through all that. Well, for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. Like, I went step by step of what it told me to do. And yeah, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. So that must have taken a good 30-40 minutes of me like, what the heck? I know how to follow directions, but it didn't work. So at that point, I was like, okay, let me just delete everything. And I had to make sure that the syncing was to my cloud being completed. Oh, I have something in my eye. That to make sure, what am I trying to say? Calm down. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff deleted. And I don't know. It's just dealing with data. I don't know. It's frustrating and it sucks. I don't know how people who live their life and this is their job. I have no idea how they live life with data. I have just spent the past couple of weeks deleting apps and deleting things off my phone because I'm over consumed. Like, I'm over it with data, over with apps and just notifications. And I just created a video about that because I'm so frustrated with so much notifications and apps. And I mean, just the whole, I kept getting that notification that my storage was full. That was annoying. So clearly I take a lot of pictures and videos. I get that. So anyway, I've spent the past, what, 11, what was it? 11, 12, 1, probably about 2.5 hours on data. So yeah, I need to clean the kitchen, drink more coffee because you know what? That's all I can drink. I mean, that's not all I can drink. I'm drinking water, ginger ale. I've had 3 cups of Jello because I'm hungry. A couple of times I went to reach for something to eat and I was like, whoa, 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 I can't eat anything. And I have an hour before I have to start drinking the prep. Ugh, it's so gross. So I already filled this up with water because it's supposed to be lukewarm water. I'm gonna have this sit outside because the water from the fridge comes out cooler. And I'm supposed to start this at 4. Fun times. Said no one ever. And then tomorrow morning, my appointment is at 1. My Sigmoidoscopy, my procedure is at 1 o'clock tomorrow, Monday. But I have to be at Mayo Hospital at 10 because I have to get blood work done prior to the procedure, and that's the only time they could fit me in. So that means I have to sit at Mayo Hospital from 10:30 till about 1. And that's going to be nightmarish, if that's a word, because the second portion of the prep, I'm supposed to take 3 to 4 hours prior to my procedure, which if I do the math, I would have to potentially take it, at 10, 12, 11, 10, 9. But if I take it at 9 o'clock in the morning and I have to travel to Mayo Hospital, that makes you go to the bathroom every 5 seconds, right? So I'm going to have to get up at earlier than that, probably around 7 in the morning, 7 to 8, and drink the second portion of it. So I'm going to clean the kitchen and clean some other things, fold laundry, and start taking the prep at 4. I'll see you then when we start mixing. Okay, so this clip, I don't have my microphone on because it is 4:05, 5 minutes past 4 o'clock. And I've got to start drinking this solution. And I'm dreading it. So I mixed it a couple of minutes ago so it could dissolve. I am supposed to drink, you must drink all of dose 1 and dose 2, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you finish dose 2 hours before your colonoscopy, or for me, it's going to be sigmoidoscopy. Drink plenty of fluids. Yes, I am well aware of that. I've got to find my directions because I think the directions I was reading said I have to drink the solution every 15 minutes, a cup. Okay, so every 15 minutes, I have to drink to the mark. You would think I would know this down to the T because I've done, for 25 years, I've done at the very least 30. I've had to, because there's been multiple years that I've had multiple colonoscopies. All right, so I don't know if you can see the mark. Can you see the mark? So these are the marks. So I have to drink this much right here in 15 minutes. All right, let's do this. My sister just texted me. She's leaving within the hour. My sister's actually taking me. Let me chug. Well, they said not to chug. Time check is 4:10. It's not horrible, okay? Let's be real. It's not great. I've had worse things that I've tasted in my life. All right, so it is 6:05. I am almost done. So I believe I've explained what a stricture is, an adhesion. I have two of them at two different points of my intestines where I've had surgery. And so what happens is food can't pass, typically because of the width. It's like 2 millimeters wide. I think I was reading my previous Sigmoidoscopy that I had done and the notes of the doctor. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to capture this on camera, but I haven't eaten since yesterday at 5. That was my last time I ate. So, and obviously today all day I've been on liquids all day. And so no food. And I started drinking this concoction at 4:10. And I would say about 4:45 immediately went to the bathroom. So it works pretty quickly. But yet I can tell that I have food in my digestive tract that's slowly passing, because what happens in these two areas in my intestines where the adhesions are, the strictures, it's slow moving because it's not a big area for the stuff to pass. But anyway, all that to say, I want to show you what the distension looks like. I don't know if you can tell, but like this whole area right there, it is so hard and distended. So this is the area right here. I've had several surgeries. But it's right here, and it's so hard to tell. But like, it's so hard to tell. But this whole area, like you can see how it puffs out. Oh, so uncomfortable. I put this blanket on so I can lay on it, a heated blanket, and hopefully that'll help. But yeah, so that's the update so far. I have to drink that second bottle and take my dog out before taking that second bottle because I do not want to have an accident while I'm walking him. And then drink the bottle and get ready for fun procedures. Yay, putting on sweats. So it is now 7:55. I just walked my dog, and I actually read at some point yesterday that the barium that I drink actually could be refrigerated after you add the lukewarm water. So I put it in the fridge for about 5 minutes. I washed my hair last night. I think I left you guys off last night around 6, where I was feeling miserable. My belly was bloated, and man, I must have gone, well, I mean, it's meant to do what it's meant to do. Went to the bathroom a million times. And that's my normal. It wasn't bad, honestly. The worst part really is drinking that stuff. So I have to leave here in about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. But yeah, so I'm going to go walk the dog. I need to take a shower. I'm not quite sure if I'll wear this because, it has to be easy in and easy off. Easy off, easy on clothes, especially after you're waking up from the signal from the anesthesia. Um, anyway, so I fixed the bed, walked the dog. I can't eat anything. All I could do is drink water. So I'm going to fill up my cup of water and I'm going to bring the barium and do my hair while I do that. So going back to last night, I couldn't record anymore because I was just not feeling it. I was distended and bloated. I started feeling a little bit nauseous, and I kind of feel that way now too. But I'm gonna go fix my hair, and you probably won't see me until after the procedure. It's such a beautiful campus. It's breezy and sunny out. I don't want to go inside. I got here at 10:25. I already got my blood work. My sister dropped me off, and now it's waiting time because I've already checked in online. I just have to wait until 12:30, and I'll go upstairs to the fifth floor and start getting ready for my Sigmoidoscopy, which is at 1. So we'll see what happens after that. It's 9 a.m. It is the day after my Sigmoidoscopy. And I did not provide an update yesterday. I did not grab the camera. Yesterday, I had gotten to Mayo Hospital early to get blood work done. And then I kind of stayed on campus outside enjoying the day. It was a beautiful day yesterday. I recorded a little bit outside, and it's such a beautiful campus. I checked in early. They called me in at 1. They prepped me. I had to change, put an IV in, and that process took about an hour. They rolled me in, I think, around 2:10. They started rolling me in. I had already spoken to the anesthesiologist, spoken to the nurse, and all that stuff. So in there, I saw the main doctor that was going to do the surgery, and I had already met his assistant at the pre-op center. I don't know what they were called, but where they prep you. And so the conversation with him was real brief. He basically told me that he was going to do the scope. Well, he started off saying, well, the good news is the last sigmoidoscopy we did lasted almost a year. It lasted a good 10 months before I started having severe symptoms again. And I noticed the immediate change in September, which was 11 months into it. So he says that's good that I responded well to it. And, the ballooning of those strictures lasted almost a year, because that's almost a year that I didn't have to have surgery. So he said if he saw any ulcers as he began the you know uh, scope, that he would not balloon me, because that is dangerous and we don't want an emergency. So he put me over to my side. slightly claustrophobic, so the oxygen mask, I always ask them to put it on after I'm like in La La Land. So they're always very gracious about that. So I had told the anesthesiologist, I'm like, can you please just wait a second to put the mask on, the oxygen mask, because I'm slightly claustrophobic. So they did. I remember she was asking me. It's so funny being under anesthesia. Anesthesia. It's crazy to me how it happens. Like I remember the taste, and as she was asking me how my Christmas was, and I remember answering, and I remember the last thing I said, I was like, "Oh, I'm going," and that's all and I remember her answering, "Oh yeah, you're leaving, you're going," or something like that. Yeah, maybe I don't remember exactly, but she responded, and I was out. And the next thing is I'm in recovery, and they're um, they're waking me up. And right now, I remember waking up and I had that taste of anesthesia still in my mouth. I pretty much had that for a good couple of hours. I was in the recovery. I remember asking, it was 3:30. So it might have taken like an hour for the scope. Um, anyway, waited for my sister, woke up, responded well. She picked me up, got home at 5. But then, of course, my sister and I got to talking and her little one and things like that. So I didn't really feel like picking up the camera and leaving her alone and just providing an update of how I felt. But I felt fine for the most part. I felt fine. I didn't feel any bloating until about 9 o'clock is when I started feeling like the cramping and the bloating in the abdominal and then a headache. And they did say that if I got like flushed or a fever or got chills or felt unwell, to immediately call them because that means I have an infection. It didn't feel that way. I did feel flushed in my face, but I don't know what that's about. But all to say, a little bit of bloating, a little bit of discomfort, and then I started feeling tired as well, like extremely tired. So I went to bed and I slept in this morning. It is past 9 now. I'm talking for a couple of minutes. So today is a take it easy kind of day. But yeah, that's my experience with the sigmoidoscopy. And let's see how long this lasts. I'm back to normal eating, normal diet for me, for, you know, um, the way that my Crohn's is and the way that I can maintain um, some kind of normality, if you will. So if I didn't have any real reactions last night, I believe I shouldn't have any moving forward with infection or anything like that. So all that to say is that is the process of getting ready for a sigmoidoscopy, and I'll probably do a check-in in about a week to see how I'm doing. As of right now, it went well. The worst part is typically the prep. I have my follow-up with my gastro GI team already scheduled for the 14th of January. I'm curious to see what my GI team has to say as moving forward, plus with them reading the surgeon's note for this procedure yesterday. That's going to be the next step for me. Have the conversation with them and see moving forward what treatments, discussions of surgeries, XYZ is going to be next on the table. And I'll make sure to provide an update for those of you who are along with me with this journey. You may yourself have Crohn's disease or inflammatory disease, something similar to me, and are curious about this process. So, yeah, I hope everyone has a happy new year, and I'll see you next time.